Hi, sorry about that. Why is my baby not rolling over? 7 months old. I know a lot of people are going to say is because your child is a large child. Now, being born myself at 10 pounds 6 ounces, 2 weeks overdue, and 22 inches long, and I was a natural delivery. God bless my mother. Because everybody was coming in to see the big baby being born because I set a record at the time. Now it's no big deal. But what I'm looking at more is understanding the breech. When you're going into an emergency C-section and so forth, a lot of people just don't realize, and I teach this in the reflexes, that they just grab a body part, especially an emergency C-section. You are meant to come out of the vaginal canal head first, rotation. That's the first rotation the body's going to experience. And so when it's a breech baby, now you're stuck in there. So they're reaching in, and if they've got a leg, they're pulling out a leg and so forth. And so you're not getting the head first presentation, and you're not getting the body first presentation. So that alone, I think all breaches should get early intervention, but they're not, because this is where we go into, should be fine, could be fine, we don't know yet. Well, you're now at high risk for developmental issues. And so you've got that problem. Second problem is the rolling over is really not happening. It's at a fall. And so the reason it's not going from back to belly to belly to back, because it's not going from belly to back. It's a falling out of position. And so when your baby is rolling over, and again, we're starting pretty late here. You're seeing the improvements, but when you're truly rolling over, your baby suddenly sees something. The head presents up and they come over. But at the same time, if they want to come back or they want to go forward, the movement works, right? And that's how it should look like. So when a child's like this and their head comes over like that, that's a fall, because they can't continue a movement. Their eye comes off the prize. You also too see a bit of a crunching going on. Now I know people are going to say you got a big child, and I have like Munchkin that I'm working on right now, who's a big boy. He's probably going to come in as a 7-footer or up there. Dad's 6'4", but sumo wrestlers are super huge and they can move better than we can. So what I don't like is the head is separating from the body over here. So you really need to go back to your newborn movement assessment. This can be done in the support program with Erin and stuff, but you really have to understand right here. Vanessa's correct. The child is really heavy through this section. Most likely because again, it doesn't matter where it happened. When you have a breached baby, they're coming in sunny side up. And let me tell you, like if they grab an arm, they grab a leg, and that's how the child's coming. But there should be some kind of evaluation to make sure that that kind of handling did not affect the baby adversely. And so, but what needs to be done more so in heavy babies or big boys, big girls, because I was a big girl, still am, is that rotation, that weight transfer, all of that needs to be. So when you're working, like again, the head should not be separating from the pubic bone. And so even in the rolling over to trying to get to the back, you see this kind of movement coming in versus over here. And that's where you have these issues. And that's what needs to be going on. And you're coming in and you're coming in. And that's where you're at with the rolling over and where you're going to be working with it. So if you question your techniques, Tracy, by all means, again, post your video of how you're working with the child. So so we can start work going on that. You're not doing it wrong, right? Unfortunately, he should have had help at a month old. Right? So you guys are catching the 8 ball because of, really, I hate to say it, neglect. When I say neglect, my gosh, I don't mean it. It's not, neglect means that your doctor woke up that day and said, I'm not going to help this child. It's neglect of the system. If you look at the CDC's guidelines for development and all this kind of thing, they're really, I hate to say it, dumbing down the babies. They're really, and so all of a sudden they're saying your child's delayed, but they'll be okay. And now you get to this point and you're saying, okay, my child's not okay, my child is delayed, now what? and you expect a plan to come in with this, and there's no plan. The plan is here, and this is what you got to work on. But so you're not doing it wrong. Please keep, but if you're worried if you're doing it wrong, let me see a video of just you working with your child, your grandson. And by all means, that's what I'm here for. A lot of people only post the videos of what's wrong with my child, but I'm here for the whole enchilada. I'm here to talk you through it. I've got the courses, I've got everything you need. But again, if you feel it's you, then I need to help you. And I have to do it in a way that you're successful and don't feel that you're not helping your grandson. Because my gosh, if you're not helping, who is? You're doing an amazing job. And so is his mother. And that's what you're here for that support. Thanks so much.